the spirit of this conversation, I always want to kind of give ideas of what my opinions are about how, fortunately for me, I was doing New People magazine about 2000 till about maybe 2015, and that was where I feel like the Black British people started really like getting into business, and that's where we began to see our power. 2015. I mean, we're doing it before, but around 2015, you saw a shift that was slowly beginning to trickle. And for me, and what I've noticed about Germany and comparing it to UK is, in the UK, right now, I'll go back and kind of clarify, but right now in the UK, between the coronavirus period and now, I was part of a business group, WhatsApp group, and other people I know around me. I know about roughly 6 people whose businesses have crossed 1 million. Tens of millions now, just from coronavirus till now. Obviously, the coronavirus helped. But I've also seen a shift from before what we were trying to do was we're trying to create businesses that are kind of like, when you ask a person who's your target market, they were more likely to say, oh, it's everybody, I want everyone. But now I see a shift where people are boldly and proudly, unapologetically saying my business is aimed at Black people. And they won't market it as such, but, well, they do market it as such. When they have their adverts, you see them using Black people, and you will feel like this product is aimed at Black people, but they're doing millions and millions in sales. And I think that shift happened because, this is my opinion, of Afrobeats. I think the popularity of Afrobeats right now, and the way we can have a Burna Boy or a Wizkid come to the O2 and sell out majority Black people, I think we're beginning to realize, you know what, we can actually push people up to the top. And I think that has given a lot of people a lot more vim to do things. Like, look at all the festivals that are happening now. Afro Nation, one example, even though the guy's from Ghana. Look,
the guy's from Ghana?
Yeah.
I never knew.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but he is from Ghana from what I can remember, yeah. They have it in Portugal, they have it in New York, all sorts of places. So I think...
And even is it Afrochella now, Afrofuture?
Afrofuture. That's the one I meant. Afrochella, the guys from Ghana, yeah. So all the things that they've kind of used the music to do. And in the UK, we've owned our music. We've owned our grime music, our garage music. We've owned our R&B, everything. We've owned it as Black people, at least at the forefront of it. In Germany, I listen to hip hop and it's all Turkish and white people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on?
I mean, we do have people like Sirius Klein. I think we've talked about it earlier. We do have Kevin Colt. Calvin Colt? I think it's Kevin Colt. I'm not a music guy, so I won't be able to tell you about all the aspects of the music business. Yeah. But one thing that I want to look at is the fact that we are now learning to own our identity.
Yeah.
One thing that you said is with, the Caribbean guys, the Nigerian people, is that there's some form of, Afro-British or identity in the UK.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't have that.
Yeah.
Even when you were saying that they're inviting us into our houses, the question is, are they inviting me with all of who I am, or just what they can take?
Yeah. Okay.
Because most of the time, oh Lord help me, because people will look at this podcast and will come at me. But most of the time, especially where you have very diverse friend groups, you can tell the difference of, let's say, a Black woman amongst her Black friends and a Black woman amongst her white friends. The same goes with Black men and whatnot. There is some form of you shrinking down who you are just to fit in. So I do love the idea of us being welcome in the houses, but I do see a difference as well.
Okay, that's interesting.
So now going back to music, we do have even people like Sirius Klein. People have been telling him, you know what, rap in German, rap in German, rap in German. Obviously, he won't do it. But it's just because that's something that we can more likely accept because it looks like us. And music is so personal. It's so creative. It's like you pouring out who you are. And I think not all of us have gotten to the place of owning who we are and pouring out from that place instead of just, catering to the needs of everyone around us. And I think music is one part of it. So even if I'd say that, let's say I have a business and it's a mainly black owned business, that might be an issue, because that would mean that the only people that can consume my let's say my products are black people, and then I would need their support. And we don't have enough support of our own people at the moment. We're still fighting for that.
Yeah. There was a time period in the UK where that was a problem as well. It's so much better now. And I can see the trajectory of Germany's black community kind of going to that level. There's a lot of ups and downs that will probably be experienced. But I think the reason why I brought up the music thing was the music was the first thing that brought us together as a people, and we saw the identity. Do you know what I mean? So we literally have a song. There's a song by a guy called Giggs. If you're talking the hardest, we call that the British national anthem.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's our national anthem. We've accepted
Okay,
that
so
song.
what's the song about?
It's nonsense. Like it's a street kind of song. It's not about. It's about his life in the streets and all of that. But we like him so much and his music, and that song in particular when it first came out a long time ago, and the troubles that the mainstream media and the police gave to this particular musician, kind of canceling his shows and everything. So we supported him because they were just giving him so much hell. We just adopted his music and that song in particular as our national anthem. I say that to say we've found our identity and our togetherness in music, and everything else became easier.
Yeah.
Slowly it became easier, but I'm afraid for Black Germans that if you can't find your identity in something as
As music.
simple as music, then there's a problem.